Welcome to another episode of the A-List Music Club. I am your host, the Game Changer, Wes Truth. And of course, I'm being joined by Dominic and John. How's it going tonight, guys?
Good.
All right. And of course, this is the show where each week one of us picks a different CD, album, playlist, whatever, and the others listen to it. So this time it was my turn, and I picked the 1990s hit from the Gin Blossoms that I feel like everyone had in their collection in 1992, and that is the New Miserable Experience. So, Dominic, you want to start?
Sure. Yeah, this was about the time I started not to like newer music coming out, except for like grunge and shit. I got into like Alice in Chains and Pearl Jam and stuff like that. I think they're a very underrated band, the Gin Blossoms. I like them. Some of the songs on there are just absolute classics. You know, Allison Road, Hey Jealousy.
Found out about you.
Found out about you. Yeah. I mean, those three. If that were the only three good songs on this album, it would make it a 7, because those songs are that good. But there are a lot of really decent, good songs. Like I said, I'm kind of surprised they didn't have bigger success than they did. Yeah, I love this album. I really do. Like I said, I think I love the singer's voice. The musicians are all pretty good, and the band is really tight. Yeah, great album.
Well, you're gonna get me in trouble again, Wes, with your dad, but I've seen these guys in concert twice. But I didn't pick them this time, so it's not my fault.
That's true.
First time I saw them was at Albright College when Hey Jealousy had just hit. That's literally the only song I knew was Hey Jealousy.
Wow.
I went because it was like $8 for them and the Screaming Cheetah Wheelies, whoever the hell that is. But
who the hell are they?
I don't know. They're actually not that bad either, but what's a weird name? But I went with my best friend's sister. We went. I just sat there until they did Hey Jealousy. It's the only song I knew, but it was a good show. And then I saw them 5 years ago or so for free in downtown Reading, and it was a really good show.
Nice.
So yeah, I love this album. When this came out, I think I was like 15. I played the shit out of it on cassette tape. I thought it's good singing, it's good songwriting, it's good playing.
Mm-hmm.
They sort of came out at the right time when like Hootie and like Toad Wet Sprocket and all that stuff that sort of wasn't grunge came out and had a little
like alternative
Blues Traveler.
Yeah.
Like that Sister Hazel, a lot of that stuff that was right there.
Yeah.
It didn't last very long, but for a couple of years, you know, it was pretty popular. It was like the alternative to alternative.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I love this album. It's great. It's their best album by far. I've heard a lot of their stuff. This is top to bottom, nothing you would skip. Everything's great. I mean, they probably could have had 10 singles off of here. They're all, yeah. Found Out About You, still one of my all-time favorites. I've heard it a zillion times.
Yep.
Still love it.
That's my favorite song.
That's a great. Until I Fall Away is good.
Yeah.
A throwaway goofy tune is funny. I like that. Cheating, yeah. Yeah, love it. What more can you say? About you, Wes?
Yeah, I love this album as well. Hey Jealousy is probably my all-time favorite off of this. Found Out About You is great. I love that one too. Those two were like always on my mixtapes when I'd be making mixtapes as a kid. Until I Fall Away is awesome. Allison Road, I remember hearing for the first time blaring on the Music Express when I was a kid. So that's an interesting way to find a song. Yeah, and a lot of the other songs are great too. I thought Cajun song had a cool sound. I liked Hands Are Tied. Basically, like you said, John, it's not really a bad song on the album. So it was definitely an album that I listened to a lot as a kid, and I still listen to some of the songs, or a lot of them are on my iPod today. So yeah, a great album.
It came out August 4th, 1992. So we just passed the anniversary.
Wow.
29 years. Jeez.
I was 29 years old when that came out.
I was 15.
I was 5.
Wow.
All
Just
right.
turned 5, actually.
All right. Do you have trivia, John?
Yeah, I do. The original guitar player for the band, Doug Hopkins, wrote Hey Jealousy and Found Out About You, and was really kind of his band, but he had a terrible drinking problem. So right after he finished making this album, they fired him.
Oh.
So if you look, he's listed as a songwriter, but not as a band member.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy they have listed as a band member that replaced him never played on this album.
Wow.
He later killed himself because he was home drinking and watching this band that he created and these songs that he wrote.
Oh my
Hey Jealousy,
God.
Found Out About You, become huge hits, and his band is going on without him. And yeah, he killed himself. Yeah. So the album after this is called Congratulations, I'm Sorry. Because that's all the band heard was, hey, congratulations on your record selling 1 million copies. I'm so sorry about that guy dying. It's all they heard. So they named their album that.
Wow.
It was, they were happy and then they were sad at the same time. Like,
yeah.
It came out with a different album cover. You can look for it online. But you haven't seen the one with the car on the cover?
Yeah.
That's the second version.
Okay.
It was out for almost a year. It came out in August of '92, and Hey Jealousy hit in June of '93. This album was dead. And then when Hey Jealousy hit, the record label started getting behind it, pushing it. But otherwise, this thing was nothing. They couldn't give copies away. Yeah. You know where they got the name Gin Blossoms from? Dominic, you probably know.
I don't know.
If you drink a lot, your nose gets red.
Okay, yeah.
That's a gin blossom. That's all I got for trivia.
Okay.
Hey, let's rate this pig. I give it a 9. I mean, I think I really, really like this album a lot.
Mm-hmm. I give it a 10. It's been a 10 since it came out for me. It's like I said, no bad songs. It's perfect. I've listened to this thing a million times. I love it.
I think I'm gonna go with Dominic with a 9 for me as well. But I can see a 10.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So Johnny, what is your pick for this coming week? I'm afraid
I try to go a little off the beaten path. A little off center. Man. So I hope you guys can find this online because I don't know if it's available. But I'm picking a band called Union. I know it's a weird cover. It's a weird symbol. Here's the back. The band called Union. This is Bruce Kulick from Kiss.
I was gonna do that Weird Al.
And John Corabi, who was in Motley Crue. So yeah, it's called Union. So Jimmy Hoffa's favorite band.
We'll be back next week with our thoughts on Union. John, you want to talk a little bit about your podcast?
We Like Wrestling Podcast, a weekly podcast. 4 guys sitting around talking about wrestling. Current events, news, classic pay-per-view reviews, tournaments, anything wrestling related, we talk about it. We're on Spotify, iTunes, wherever you find podcasts. We're on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. We Like Wrestling Podcast.
All right. And of course, for me, you can subscribe right here on YouTube, youtube.com/westside515. Like on Facebook, facebook.com/WestTrueBaylist. And of course, you can follow me on the Twitter and Instagram @WestAlist. Until next time, truth out.